In this video, I'm taking a quick look at a smartwatch or fitness tracker. Alright, so check out a couple of images that give you some details and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so this is the box that's included. It has a lot of stuff on the back. So on the back it has multi-dial switch, heart rate monitor, multi-motion mode, pedometer, weather view, Bluetooth dial-up call, blood pressure monitoring, blood oxygen monitoring, alarm clock, music control, respiratory decompression, so you can look at your O2 saturation, camera control, entertainment, stopwatch, app message reminder. It's a lot of stuff. So anyway, so you basically can track different fitness aspects, your steps, your oxygen saturation, your blood pressure, heart rate, things of that nature. It has a charging cable that uses a magnetic, you can see that really well. Two little magnetic contact points, and that's going to rest right there on the back of the watch. This portion here, when you get it, has a clear plastic covering, but it may not be very obvious, so go ahead and peel that off so you'll get the best possible functionality from the sensors. Of course, the front is a small circular screen, and you can see right there what it looks like. I have it in battery saving mode, and I also have the brightness adjusted to my own liking. So this band I actually really like. It's made of metal and I like the look of it. It's a little bit more elegant, if you will, in contrast with the sport band option, which is a sort of a silicone rubbery type. And I really like and appreciate the use of these little pins. There's a little tab right there. You can kind of grab that and pull that, and it allows this portion to go in and pop in and out. So you can actually change these out fairly easily. You don't have to get out a pocket knife or some other sharp pointy object, which is something that used to be the case with a lot of watches. Included with this are 3 pieces of documentation. One here looks like it talks more about the app and getting it connected, and the app is called DaFit, D-A-F-I-T. I already have that installed because my previous smartwatch tracker was using the same app. You have how to insert the pins, change out the band, and then if you need more information, much more thorough, lengthy documentation included. Alright, so the watch itself has a nice look, especially with this band as far as I'm concerned. Definitely looks a lot more premium. And right now you can see I've chosen this face because it's quick and easy to see the weather, the date, and the time. You can also see, it looks like the beats per minute and the steps are on that screen. So there's a few different faces you can choose from. And if you swipe down from the top, you can get your settings menu. Push the button to return to the front. If you go from the left, you can go into all the different things such as weather. You can look at, and it's actually kind of cool because it kind of spins. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of spins around. So I could look at settings. I could go in and check my blood pressure, heart rate, you know, all the different aspects the watch allows for. If I hit the back button, go back again, up from the bottom, it's going to give us our notifications. Back again, and if I go from the right hand side, I can look in more detail at like steps and sleep, blood pressures, all of those type things. So instead of going into the menu and then going into the menu again, I can just enter it directly by going that route. One of the benefits that this has that a lot of the fitness trackers do not have is it actually lists swimming as one of the potential exercise or activities, which means you shouldn't have to worry about taking a shower, rain, washing your hands, or if you choose to swim. Obviously you wouldn't go too deep and not scuba diving or anything like that, but you can just go swimming and not worry about it. So if you open up the app, you're basically going to have the date, and then you're going to have your steps, your sleep, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your blood oxygen, and then whatever physical activity. So as an example, 111/69 with 97% O2 saturation the last time it was measured. On the bottom there's 3 different things you can interface with, and if we touch the second one, you're actually going to see HW22C, which is the designation for the model of this watch, and you're going to see like a MAC ID address, the battery level, and the option to remove it. And then you can adjust things like watch faces, notifications, alarms, shutter. So you can actually use this as a remote for your phone camera. You can actually play music. You can actually have calls and things come through this. I do not like that personally because I do not like the sound of a small speaker compared to my phone speaker. Number one. Number two, I don't want other people to hear my conversations. You have your favorite contacts, others, and upgrade. Upgrade is going to allow you to upgrade the firmware of the watch. It will prompt you for that the first time if it's out of date, so you can do that. Others, you got find device, so if you were to lose this, you could find it. You could change your time format, 12, 24 hour, metric or imperial measurement systems, do not disturb. You have sedentary reminders, so you can be reminded to move. You can either do continuous heart rate detection, which is nice if you would like to have that, or you can have it so you can just measure it yourself when you want to do it through the watch or through the app, whichever you prefer. You've got control phone music, battery saving, language, auto lock, reset, and you have quick view. Whenever you're wearing this and you lift your arm up, it should light up for, on this thing I have it set for I believe 10 seconds, so you can actually view the time and things without having to push a button. You have a hydration reminder, so you can drink water. You have the weather. Temperature system, you can choose between Fahrenheit and Celsius. You can also designate the city. Physiological cycle reminder for that purpose, of course, for keeping track of that. And then the last thing you have is a profile, and you can go in and set up your gender, birthday, height, weight, and your step length. You also have goal as far as your steps you plan to take, and then you have about, and then you have something called background operation protection guide, and that just relates to the Bluetooth, and you probably won't ever use that. But overall, it's hard to say with all certainty how well this works because every one of the different devices works slightly differently, and so they're always going to have some slight variations. The best thing about this or any other smartwatch or tracker is even if you don't feel like it's 100% accurate, what it does do is with time you learn that, like say you go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time, you learn that it may have some flaws, but you kind of dial into where those flaws are, and you can read from that, engage over time, and compare it to yourself. Because again, you can't really compare one tracker to another, and you can't compare you to another person per se. So you really just use this to find sort of a certain level that you become comfortable with as far as your knowledge of how this works and how it works with your use. I hope that makes sense, but essentially you just can't compare it to other trackers. The algorithms are different between different ones. Now if you owned multiple of this specific device, that would be ideal as far as doing a comparison, but I have only one. But overall it seems to work well. It looks nice, it feels nice, it's comfortable. Again, not too heavy. I do prefer sort of squared off faces more than round faces because you get more usable real estate. but it's nice to change it up on occasion. And I like the band design because with this band and with this metal band, it actually slides inside and under, so you don't have this piece on the outside, you know, flapping around like that, and you don't have a little piece on here that's holding that so it's not moving around, which ends up breaking. Instead, it goes underneath and you end up with a flat outside on the band. I always like that design. I think more should be that way. But anyway, I just want to give you a kind of a quick overview. I like this watch. I think it works pretty well as a whole. Again, it's hard to compare as explained. You should get about 7, maybe more days out of the usage, depending upon your usage. Some people may use features and play with the music and different things. Shutter control. I'm sure you'll burn battery faster when you use a lot more functionality. But general use, probably around 7 days at least. I think it has about 30 days standby time, so if you just charge it fully and leave it sitting, you can pick it up at any time and put it on within those 30 days and pretty much get a pretty good amount of use out of it before you have to charge it again. And charging is less than 2 hours, which is going to be a nice return for 2 hours or a little less, about 1.5 hours, 2 hours of charging for nearly a week or more possibly usage. Anyway, that all said, that's pretty much it. I'll leave a link below. You can check out more there. Thanks for watching.